guys, and welcome to another video from me, Miss Burb. And today I wanted to talk about something that's been bothering, and I've been thinking about for a very long time. Ever since I started doing the episode reviews, one thing that bugged me that maybe you guys noticed was that I was annoyed that there didn't seem to be any continuity in the show. So today, I want to ask the question, what is up with the continuity in Miraculous Ladybug? So as far back, when we started season one, it was basically a kids show format. The show is basically 20-minute episodes. Every episode, the same thing happens. Bad guy appears, Ladybug and Cat Noir show up, they defeat the villain, everything goes back to normal, Hawkmoth does his, oh, you meddling kids, and life goes back to normal. Every single episode does the exact same thing. That's why season one, to me, is kind of tedious, and that's why if somebody was to ask me, where should I start watching this show? I would tell them, watch Stoneheart, and then just go watch season 2, because season 2 is where things start to get a little bit more interesting, and things start to actually go somewhere. In season 1, the love story didn't go anywhere, the Miraculous seemingly didn't get very far, and nothing quite happened except the same thing for 26 episodes. But the key word here is seemingly, because there is actually kind of a hidden side to all of this. If you follow Thomas S. Trick on Twitter, which I strongly advise that you do because you can actually get a lot of information for the Miraculous Ladybug show on this, you can read that Thomas S. Trick says the following. Repetitive kids show without continuity created by a rude French guy. So he acknowledges that the criticisms that are being thrown towards him, he's being sarcastic and saying, yes, a lot of people are saying that there is no continuity with the show. It is a kids show. That's the one thing at the beginning I was kind of telling myself, was that it's a kids show, so they can't do too much with it. However, if you continue reading into what he says, there is continuity and a production order, but our experience taught us that a strict order for many reasons can't always be respected. So we wrote in a harder way that ensured the story won't suffer from this kind of messing. If we don't worry about it, neither should you. Another tweet that he said was, for all haters in the back, yes, we found a way to have self-contained stories, continuity, and character development, even if original order is not respected. It was a delightful nightmare to achieve this, and we're very proud of it. Love, the lazy writers. Basically, what Thomas S. Trick is saying, no, the show does not have a conventional show order. A lot of people, what we're used to is a show gradually telling us a story over the course of different episodes. Yes, sometimes there will be filler, but most of the times it will follow a linear storytelling path. Miraculous Ladybug does not do this. He says that there are several reasons why they didn't go with it. I would think that one reason is because the producers for the show wanted to actually have something that anybody can just hop into. The advantage of this style of storytelling is that anybody can jump into the show at any time. You can turn on your TV and you'll instantly know, okay, so these are superheroes. They reestablish core elements in every episode, that there are superheroes. And one easy way of doing this is with the theme introduction, where Marinette says,
in the daytime, I'm Marinette. But there's something about me that no one knows yet, because I have a secret.
So they reestablish the powers every single episode. And this helps someone to ease their way into the show no matter which episode they land on. He says there are multiple reasons why they went with this, but I think that is at least one very good reason, is that it's supposed to be a kids show. But I think Thomas was trying to be smart about this, because he directly tells us that there's a continuity but no exact order. Each episode gives new elements to understand the big picture, but the order in which you get these elements doesn't matter much. So basically, the show might not go for an overall punchline where the characters evolve over a certain time, because that's kind of hard to convey with so many different pieces of episodes. But you can hint at what your overall storyline will be through these different episodes. I think that's where this show actually is kind of smart. So basically, the kids will love the fast storytelling, simple episodes, it's easier to introduce people to the show, but the smarter and older among us will be able to try to decipher what is going on. For example, in Godzilla, everybody was freaking out. They gave us the basement. They gave us the basement for the very first time. And basically, they didn't show any context around it, or barely any. So it's our job as theorists and as fans to try to figure out what is connecting, what is going on with this scene. So basically, for all those people who want to have a conventional storyline, a conventional story experience, this is not the show for you, and this is not gonna happen. At least it won't happen until somebody breaks it down for us. The timeline is all over the place. They don't give anything quite clearly, and that in a certain way is the beauty of it, because it gives us, the fans, a chance to try to elaborate and figure out what is going on, and to try to use our brains to actually interact with the show. And that's why after I've started to discover different bits and pieces that I think are quite important to the show, that's why I've decided that I'm gonna try to figure it out for myself by rewatching the entire series all over again. It's gonna take a while, and honestly, so far I've done like 4 episodes, and it's already kind of hard, and I'm trying really hard to do this, okay? I think this is fun. And if you guys want to see what I actually come up with in the end, then subscribe and then you'll be the first to find out what I've discovered. If you don't believe me for the show as for the continuity and the hints dropped throughout, consider this. I just realized, have you guys ever seen Hawkmoth leave his house? Have you ever seen Gabriel leave his house? There's only one episode where he ever leaves his house, and that's in Simon Says, and he was forced to. In all the other instances, Gabriel never leaves his house willingly. He puts himself on the iPad. We don't even see him in the fashion show for the upcoming Style Queen episode, and it's his own fashion show. Why doesn't the man leave his house? That's an interesting question, and I was thinking about it the other day, and I'm like, oh shoot, that's so true. Why haven't I ever noticed this before? He never leaves. And there's other bits and pieces like this. There's all these little hints that are dropping throughout, and I'm like, okay, now I really want to think about this. So now I'm rewatching the entire series, and I'm trying to keep track of every single little detail so that I can figure out, 1, what is going on with the show, and 2, to make an episode timeline so that we can try to put all the episodes in order. If you guys want to help me, tweet at me, tell me on Discord, help me figure out what's going on. So thanks for watching. If you have updates, if you have clues, tell me in the comments. It's way easier for me to read it on Twitter or on Discord. So I hope that got your theorist minds going, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!